Folks, welcome back as we get ready for the start of the third period, and once again I've been asked to send a big hello to the people out in Yellowknife watching, the McKinnon family from Papa Joe. So glad to have you along with us. I know it's pretty early in the morning still out there in Yellowknife, but appreciate having you along for the ride here in this early afternoon game for us here on the East Coast. As we get ready for the start of the third period, about as good of a first two periods as you could ask for from the perspective of the Wearwell Bombers. They're out shooting their opponents, they're outscoring their opponents, and they've forced the starting goaltender out of the game. As mentioned, Joey Hocko left after the fifth goal with 34 seconds left in the second period. Was replaced by Nathan Mills. Mills back out on the ice to start the third as well, so he'll get about 20 and a half minutes of action in this afternoon's game. As we head towards the third period, of course, a busy day in the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League as we take a quick look at what else is on the schedule for today. Excel Physio visiting the Rangers. That game got started just a little bit before ours did. No update as of yet. The Novas visiting the Gulls down at St. Margaret's Bay Arena. That game started just shortly after this one did here. A game that's going to get underway in about 20 minutes. The John L. Jim Cougars visiting the Truro Bearcats at the Rath Eastlink Community Center. And then a little later this afternoon as well, the Pro Hockey Life Harbor Storm visiting the Bedford Blue Battalion Barons and the Dartmouth Whalers in Berwick to take on Kings Mutual. We've got the teams back out on the ice. We're just waiting for our officials, and there they are. Officials making their way out onto the ice as well, so we can have the third period of this one. And a quick reminder as well of our upcoming broadcast schedule here on Pedro Picto Sports. Coming up next, it will be a couple of Crushers home games. Those will not be on Pedro Picto Sports. Those will be on hockeytv.com through the Maritime Hockey League. We'll get into more on those in a minute, as the puck ended up stopping in a wet spot in the ice there. Otherwise, that would have been a glorious scoring chance for the Bombers right off of the opening face-off of this third period. But the puck just stopped and caused Smith to overskate it. Now down into the far side corner, going after it there, Crosby. He tried to turn and make a centering pass. It went up to the line. Avery played the puck back down low. Now sent back out and down the ice. Back to get it will be Avery. 45 seconds gone here in this third period, with the Bombers leading it by 4. Avery with the puck just inside his own blue line, plays it up to his counterpart, number 10, Anthony, who got it to Hope. Hope across. There's a chance. Save made by Burrows. And hanging on for a face-off with 1:03 gone here in the third period. And again, looking ahead, coming up next weekend, the Crushers play at home against Truro on Thursday. We'll have that game over on hockeytv.com. And then on Saturday, the Crushers play at home against the Junior A version of the South Shore Lumberjacks. We'll have that game on hockeytv.com as well. And then our lone broadcast on Pedro Picto Sports next week, a noon game between the Max, the Halifax McDonald's, and the Weeks Major Midgets. That'll be at 12 noon tomorrow, or next Sunday, so 1 week from today, from here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. That'll be Nova Scotia Major Midget Hockey League action next weekend, Thanksgiving weekend. Here, and now we see the physicality picking up as the Bombers get a couple of hard hits delivered. Now knocked down in front of the net was Duplessis, as he and Harlow continue to joust. Duplessis heading down towards the corner. Now Wallace plays the puck back to the line to McGilvery. Just over 2 minutes gone here in period number 3. Played around to the near side. Now we're going to get our first penalty of the game, and it will go against the Lumberjacks. And it looks like it's going to be Harlow who's going to go off. And the indication appears to be a 4-minute head contact penalty. We did have one penalty that was going to be called back in the second period, but it was waved off after a goal was scored on the delayed penalty. Here at the 2:22 mark, Caden Harlow, a 4-minute head contact penalty, gives the Bombers their first, technically 2 power play opportunities of the game, as it is a double minor. Here's McGilvery with the puck as the Bombers work with a 4-goal lead and a man advantage. Here's Caden Smith. He ended up losing his footing, but still maintained control of the puck, then played it back to McGilvery. 42 seconds gone in the man advantage. Shot from the point from McInnes, that gets blocked by Shand. McInnes gets the puck right back. McInnes skates it to the middle of the ice, plays it over to McGilvery. There's a shot, and Mills makes the save and hangs on. So we'll get a face-off with 3:03 left in the power play. 16:45 left to go here in the third period, and if nothing else, the Lumberjacks will, assuming they don't get a shorthanded goal, as those are fairly rare, will only have there's a power play goal as Mouzlaison beats Mills over the shoulder just under the crossbar, and the Bombers get their first power play goal on their first opportunity, and they'll still have 2 more minutes of power play time left. This one coming at 3:25. And for Moulaison, that's his second point of the game. And on the season, that's his first goal and third point of the year. Caden Moulaison with the goal. We'll wait on the assists. Here they come. Avery gets his second point of the game. Crosby gets his second point of the game. And it's now 6-1. So a 5-goal lead and a still 2-minute power play, as the Bombers scored that in the first 2 minutes of the double minor. Off the end boards, rolling through the front of the net, puck still loose, comes back to the line, Moulaison. Over to Avery. Avery comes in, takes a shot off the end boards, comes to Moulaison at the half wall. He'll skate it back to the blue line. Moulaison across to Mosier. Now Avery, back to Moulaison. Moulaison's shot, that gets blocked by Arnold. I think it went a little bit off his hand, as Arnold favoring that hand for just a moment. Moulaison now goes far side to Mosier. Mosier back to Avery, back to Mosier again. Skating it towards the middle. There's a turn and fire from Crosby, and that doesn't miss by much. 40 seconds left to go in the power play. Here's Crosby, back to Avery. Shot blocked by Barry, and now Mosier will pick up. Plays it back to Moulaison, across to Avery. 25 seconds left in the power play. There's a deflection by Smith, and that ends up going just wide. Here's Smith with it now. To Moulaison, skating it along the line. Didn't have a shooting angle, as Pittman did a good job of getting out and challenging. 9 seconds left in the power play. Avery with the shot, gets knocked down in front, puck still loose. and now cleared down the ice just before the penalty expired, so no icing. And the Bombers and Lumberjacks both make pretty much wholesale changes. Bombers had the two defensemen still out there. They're going to need to get off soon, as they were out for a lengthy period of time during that power play to sustain pressure for pretty much the full 2 minutes. And now as the puck is sent down the length of the ice, icing is waved off, but the Bombers do get fresh legs out there on the back end. And now with the puck at center, McKenzie gives to McKinnon. Pass intended for Lahead, but Travis had him hearing some footsteps. Now there's an attempt at a short side chance for Duplessis. Wallace on it now in the far corner. Coming in to help out is Shand, as is Lahead in there, along with Jessica McKinnon. Coming out with it is Wallace. Here's Ben Wallace. Plays it back to the line to Drew McKinnon. Hope was right on him, so Drew McKinnon had to try and play it back down the wall, but there was nowhere to go with it there either, and it was sent out to center, but dumped right back in again. Now there's Lahead trying to get a shot away from his stomach. That didn't have much on it. Shot from the point by McKinnon, deflects into the back wall, and as it comes out, Mills covers up and hangs on for a face-off. 6:55 gone here in the third period. 6-1 the scoreline. And you start to get the feeling that the clock is a big contributing player for the Wearwell Major Bantam Bombers at this point, with the 5-goal margin in just under 13 minutes left to go. Harlow gets it out to center, but waiting for it there was Campbell. Plays it back as far as the blue line. Harlow picks up there. Now Harlow brings it in across the blue line, stumbles, and it's back out to center. Back in again, McGilvery stumbles, and now back out to center yet again, and here comes McInnes. McInnes coming in, takes a shot. Kick save made by Mills. Into the far corner, McInnes comes out from the wall with it. Zachary McInnes still on it, shot, save, rebound is loose. And finally it comes to Ritzy. He gets it as far as the line and out. Campbell dumps it back in. Bombers make changes while Harlow starts the rush up the ice. Harlow, the only one who didn't go for a change, then dumps it in. He will change, as both teams have now got full sets of fresh legs out there, and here comes Mosier. Cade Mosier trying to work around Barry. Barry able to rub Mosier off of the puck momentarily. Coming in to help out is Reese Smith. The puck works up the wall. Pittman there. But coming away with it was Crosby. He took a shot, and that was steered aside by Mills. Now the puck rolls back onto Mills, and he'll cover up and hang on. 11:29 left to go here in the third period. Looking at the upcoming schedule for both of these teams, we'll give that to you in just a moment as well. Here's Reese Smith with the puck now. Over to Crosby. Crosby with the shot. Save made, but the puck squirted loose. And Reese Smith gets the goal. That's Smith's third point of the game. His first goal and fourth point of the season. And it's now 7-1. This goal coming at 8:55. And the Bombers, by far, putting up their biggest offensive outburst of the season. Puck comes around the boards inside the Lumberjack zone, and you can see that South Shore starting to get a little bit frustrated with the way this afternoon is going for them, and they're going to draw another penalty as Anthony, actually they're going to give credit to the goal to Lahead. So Smith gets an assist. Lahead got a piece of that puck, obviously. So for Lahead, that is his second goal of the season, his 5th point. And now the Bombers are on their 3rd power play of the game, as Corbin Anthony goes off for tripping, with that penalty coming at 9:20. And another penalty coming up to the Lumberjacks here, as Shand is going to go off at 10:36. So a minute 44 of 5-on-3 for the Bombers. And if this game and the call is a cross-check on Shand. So if the Bombers didn't have this one pretty much in the bag now, they certainly have a chance to put it in the bag by the time these 2 power plays wrap up. It's their 3rd and 4th power plays of the afternoon now. And now we're going to get another penalty against the Lumberjacks. Harlow's going to go off for roughing, so his penalty won't even be able to start for a minute and a half. With this one coming at 9:48, and the wheels are falling off for the South Shore Lumberjacks. McKinnon gets it over to Wallace, across to Lahead. Lahead with a shot that misses. Goes around to the far side for Wallace. A minute 23 left to go in the 5-on-3 now. And a minute and 2 left before the penalty to Harlow can even start. McKinnon with the puck, carrying it in, stops. Try to get it to McGilvery, but that doesn't connect. It comes to the near side for Caden Smith. Back to the line, McGilvery. McGilvery trying to get away from Jessica McKinnon. Gets the puck over to Drew McKinnon. There's a chance, and the puck goes just up over the crossbar. 25 seconds left in the first penalty. That one ends up rolling out to center. Now we're going to have an offside against the Bombers. Still 19 seconds left in the first penalty. 35 seconds left in the second penalty. And the third penalty, of course, can't start until that first one expires. Now we'll give you the upcoming schedule for the Bombers. Bombers will have a home game on the 19th against the Novas. And as there's going to be a conversation, so the Novas will be coming to the Pictou County Wellness Center October 19th. That's a Saturday at 5 p.m. That's their next game, and it'll be their next broadcast. Then they'll be taking on Excel Physio in Halifax the following afternoon, and then they have a game in Cole Harbour on the 26th and a game at home against Truro on the 27th to wrap up October. For the Lumberjacks, after today, they've got 4 games left this month as well. Next weekend they will be off, and then the weekend of the 19th and 20th, they'll play at home against South Shore and at home against Dartmouth. So a pair of home games on the weekend of the 19th and 20th, and then a road game against Kings Mutual in Berwick. on the Saturday the 26th and a home game on the 27th against the Cole Harbour Storm. So we're down to just a 5-on-4 now, and a minute 34 left in the penalty to Caden Harlow. And again, if nothing else, all of this power play time for the Bombers is just killing what is left of the clock. And minimizing the chance of a comeback for the Lumberjacks. That'll be an icing call against the Bombers, so there'll be a face-off deep in the Wearwell end. And all you have to do is just look at, I don't know if it shows up well on the camera, but you look at the quality of the ice at either end, and you can see the ice in the Wearwell end has hardly been skated on in this third period. There's Coleman dumping it back in. And you'll see when we get back down to that end that the Lumberjack zone has been much more used through the first 12 and a half minutes of this period. And a big part of that is the fact that the Bombers have had so much power play time. And a big part of that as well is that just they have played an absolutely dominating period, out shooting their opponents right now 8-1 here in this third period of this game. Here's a chance for Wallace, and Mills makes the save. Puck comes up to McGilvery. He takes a shot. It doesn't get through to the line and just out as Cameron couldn't quite hold, or Campbell, excuse me. And now McGilvery goes to bring it in, but there was a Bomber player just in offside, and so we'll get the face-off just outside of the Lumberjack blue line. 15 seconds left in the penalty, 6:55 left to go here in the third period. Puck sent down back into the Bomber zone. McKinnon back to pick up. We're about to go back to 5-on-5, and the Bombers are now 1-4-5 with the man advantage here this afternoon. There's a shot and a save made. Puck comes to Harlow, and he'll play it over to Westlake. Harlow not able to keep himself on side, as Westlake had to make a little extra move there. 6:23 left to go here in the third period, and the Bombers controlling this one 7-1 over the visiting South Shore Lumberjacks. Puck deep into the Bomber zone. Back in to pick up there was Ritzy. He tried to center it, but not able to connect with anybody, and coming back up the other way, here's McInnes. McInnes with the shot. That goes wide. Comes all the way up the boards to McKinnon. McKinnon tried to play it down low, knocked down by Travis. He'll bring the puck out. Here comes Travis, trying to work his way around McKinnon. Coming in to pick up the puck is Ritzy. He'll play it across to the far side, and Caden Smith will get it coming out the other way for McInnes. But the puck slowed up just enough at the blue line to create an offside. 5:44 left to go here, period number 3. Bombers look to go to 2-3-1 on the season, and it looks like the Lumberjacks will drop to 3-3. Of course, still 5.5 minutes left, and stranger things have happened in this league over the years. There's Brendan Avery with the puck now. He plays it ahead. Out comes Cade Mosier. He's got Reese Smith with him. Mosier gives to Smith as they come in across the line. Smith with the shot, Mills with the save. Now Mosier in the far corner, plays it back to Avery. Avery comes near side for Moulaison. Moulezon, his shot blocked by Travis. Smith, now back to Moulezon again. He'll take it back to his position at the blue line. Gives over to Avery, under 5 left. Avery's shot blocked by Newell. It goes right to Mosier. Mosier goes to play it down the wall. Anthony is there. He gets it to the line, but Avery keeps it in. Now it comes out, but brought right back in again by Crosby. Avery tried to get it to Crosby, but that's broken up by Travis. And Avery has to go back and pick up in his own zone. Plays it up the wall. Smith, Reese Smith that is, picks up. Drops it off using the wall to Crosby. Try to get it back to Lahead, but that's broken up, and out comes Sam Hope. Hope gains the red line, and he'll peel off on a change. As back to get it, Moulezon plays it up the wall to Wallace. Wallace set it up for Lahead, but Fitzgerald was there to help break that up. And now here comes Pittman. Pittman with the shot, that goes well wide. Fitzgerald trying to work the puck down. He takes it down into the corner, takes a bump. Avery there, but Fitzgerald able to stay with it, throws it towards the front of the net. There's a chance, and the puck rolls away from Coleman. Coleman down below the goal line, intended for Fitzgerald, but Moulezon was in the way. Now it gets to Fitzgerald. 3:40 left to go here, third period. Moulezon gets it, wraps it all the way around the boards. It gets just past Shand and down the ice. Not hard enough for an icing. Shand gets to it just ahead of Wallace, who was chasing him down. Now here's Campbell with it back inside his own zone. Play it ahead quickly, and Duplessis will bring it across the line. His pass broken up by Barry, but Duplessis will get it back. Now a nice move by Duplessis, but he couldn't get a shot away as Shand was there backing up. Now here's Duplessis down into the corner. Played back to the line to Campbell. Campbell tried to send it back down low. Coleman there to break it up. Campbell gets it right in front. There's a chance. And able to make the save on Duplessis was Nathan Mills with exactly 3 minutes left to go in the period. And that's the 13th shot faced by Nathan Mills since he came in relief. And Mills letting in 2 goals on those 13 shots, both coming here in this third period. 2:45 left to go, and the Bombers using the idea of a swarming forecheck as the best way to defend a lead. Caden Smith couldn't maintain control of that puck. Now here's Campbell, he goes to play it ahead. Delayed offside though by the Lumberjacks after they created that turnover, so they couldn't actually touch the puck. And now Cameron goes to play it down. He'll get it into the Lumberjack end with 2:07 on the clock. Here's McInnes. Zachary McInnes. Couple of moves, but couldn't get through Westlake. Now McKinnon with the shot from the point. Puck picked up by Crosby, and he'll get the shot away and the save will be made. 1:55 left to go here in the third period. And, you know, a lot of positives to take out of this game from a Bomber perspective, but maybe the biggest positive, not only did they score 7 goals, but they got those 7 goals from 6 different players. The only player who ended up with 2 was Logan Crosby. And I've said I don't know how many times over the years the importance of balanced scoring in a lineup. There's another chance for Crosby and a big kick save made by Mills. But the team, generally speaking, that has the most balanced scoring tends to be the team that is the most successful over the course of a long season. And so for the Bombers, when you see 6 different players getting goals, that bodes very well for your team's success in the long term. There's Crosby with a couple of nice moves. There's a shot. Chance for Smith, but a great play by Jessica McKinnon to make sure that Smith couldn't get a good shot. Now Crosby does, and he scores. the hat trick goal at 19:03 of the third period. But Jessica McKinnon, a great play to extend that a little bit further before Crosby finally did get the goal. If not for Jessica McKinnon, that goal scores a lot sooner. And there wasn't much that she could have done after she made that initial great play. As Reese Smith gets his fourth assist, of the game. And so that's gonna be the icing on the cake in this one. As Logan Crosby gets to the hat trick, Reese Smith gets 4 assists. 25 seconds left to go here. Moulaison just backing up with the puck. Flips it over to the far wall. Avery back to Moulaison. Again, the Bombers will move to 2-3-1 on the season. There's a deflection by Coleman, and Burrows makes just her second save of this period, as she's only faced 2 shots in the 19 minutes and 52 seconds that we've played. And with the face-off win by the Lumberjacks, there's Travis with a shot, and there's a third save of the period by Burrows. And that will do it. The Wearwell Major Bantam Bombers will earn their second win of the year. They go to 2-3-1. The Lumberjacks drop to 3-3. With the final score, Bombers 8, Lumberjacks 1. A dominating performance for the hometown Wearwell Major Bantam Bombers in this one. They outshoot the Lumberjacks 14-3 in the third period. They outscore them 3-0. And again, our next broadcast of Bombers action from here at the Wellness Center will be Saturday the 19th of October, when the Bombers will host the Novas. Our next action in general here on Pedro Picto Sports will be 1 week from today, when the week's major midgets have a home game against the Halifax McDonald's. Until then, this is Michael Petter saying, may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. The final score one last time: the Wearwell Major Bantam Bombers defeat the South Shore Lumberjacks 8-1. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.